My name is Tamara Haviland. I'm a string specialist here at Summer Haze Music in Orem, and we're going to talk today about 5 ways that you can change your violin to improve it without buying a new violin. So those ways, we're going to start with strings. We'll talk about bows, rosin, bridges, and sound posts. So first with the strings. If you've had the same strings on your violin for a year or two, you're going to notice an immediate difference by changing to a new set of strings. Old strings lose their life, they lose their vibrancy. So changing to a new set will liven and brighten your tone automatically. There are a lot of different kinds of strings, and the core of the strings is the essential thing that changes the tone. So let's talk a little bit about those. First, you have the metal steel core, which are durable and cheap, which is great, but the tone is not great. It's really very bright, not a whole lot of warmth to it. On the other end of the spectrum, you have gut strings. And gut strings have a lot of warmth, a great complexity of sound, but they're pretty expensive and they're susceptible to temperature changes, things like that. The middle ground, synthetic core strings. The dominant strings by Tomastik were the first of these to come out, and they are fairly good, reasonably priced. They have the warmth of the gut, but the durability of the steel metal strings, so they're a nice middle ground. I have Tomastik dominant on my violin, so I like those a lot. So, new strings, stepping up to synthetic strings from the steel strings, that'll automatically improve your sound. Number 2 is the bows. Let's talk about bows. So with a bow, what happens is when you play, the stick of the bow itself will vibrate and resonate along with the strings to produce the sound that we hear. And with a good bow, we're looking for as low a frequency as possible. So a good wood bow like this one, this is a Brazil wood bow, the stick will be vibrating at about 12 to 20 hertz. So it produces a really nice, warm, beautiful, colorful sound. Moving down from that in price and a little bit in quality is a carbon fiber bow, which is still a really great bow, especially for beginning to intermediate players. Stick vibrates at about 55 hertz, so really pretty good, durable bow, still gonna give you a really pretty good sound. From that, you get to fiberglass. A lot of these will come in beginner cases if you order them off the internet especially. The problem with these is that the stick doesn't really vibrate at all. There's no hertz. This absorbs sound more than resonating, and so it deadens the tone of the violin. So if you're looking for an upgrade, certainly from the fiberglass, going up to a carbon fiber or a wood would be a good option. I'm gonna see if this translates through video, if you can hear the difference. We'll start with the fiberglass stick. Let's do a 1 octave scale so you can try to hear. Okay, and here is the carbon fiber bow. And our wood bow. So I don't know if you can hear it through the camera, but I certainly hear it under my ear. A lot more vibrancy and life to it. Okay, number 3, rosin. Let's talk about rosin. Like a lot of things, you get what you pay for with rosin. This basic beginner block of rosin is $3. The pine sap used to make it is not going to be quite as pure. It's going to have a little more gritty application to it, and it produces a lot more dust on the instrument. So if you're looking to step up from something like that, I mean, I picked the other end of the scale. This is an Andrea orchestra cake of rosin. I got it for Christmas. This is really nice. The pine sap used to make it is a lot more pure. The application is smoother, more consistent sound, and it produces less dust. So that's something that I won't play for you because it's more of what you feel in the hand than what you hear, but it does make a huge difference. So there's rosin. Number 4 is bridges. So I have some bridges on the table here. I don't know if you can see them very well, but we have this one here is a blank bridge. This is what they come in as, not shaped, not custom made to any violin yet. It's pretty tall and it's pretty thick, both of which are important. If there's too much wood in a bridge, it absorbs the sound more than moving it through. And what you're looking for with a good bridge is that it moves the sound and vibrates through to the body of the instrument. So the feet need to be flat. If they're not, then you just lose that much more sound. And it needs to be not too thick, but if you get it too thin, it could break or warp. So this is the kind of thing that our luthiers here do in the string repair shop. So if you bring your violin in and ask for a new bridge, they will custom fit a bridge to your violin. One more thing to watch out for instance, with this, I've got an Aubert bridge and an Aubert Deluxe bridge. Something to look at, and I don't know if you can see, this bridge is pretty good, but the slope, the shape of this end is a lot more level than this one. This one's more rounded. So the A and the E strings, you're going to find you're bumping into each other a lot. With this, it's a lot easier to play just on the string that you intend to play on. So that's another thing to watch out for with bridges. Number 5, last, is the sound post. Sound post is kind of a little less well known because it's an invisible thing. This is an uncut sound post, but when it's cut, it sits in the middle inside your violin, in between the front and the back plate of the violin. With the sound post, you're looking for the grain to run along the stick, so it makes it a stronger stick. And then this is a custom fit too, because it will be shaped and fit to where you want it in your violin. If you're looking for a brighter sound, a more direct sound, then they'll probably move your sound post a little bit more toward the bridge this way. If you're looking for more warmth, more color, they'll move it probably away from the bridge that way. Then you can change the balance of the strings too by moving it side to side. So there's a lot of fine changes you can make with the sound post to change the tone of your violin. So there are 5 ways to change your violin and to improve it. The first 3 are pretty easy to do on your own. It's pretty not too hard to buy a new bow or a new rosin. And if you don't know how to change your own strings, then most string teachers do. But like we said, with the bridge and the sound post, if you want that to be changed or made better, that's best left to an experienced and qualified luthier. And we have several of them downstairs in our string repair shop. So if you bring in your violin, they will be able to custom fit the bridge and sound post to improve the sound. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something new. If you liked what you see, we have lots more videos on our website, smcorem.com, and have a great week. Bye.